The Euros final. We've been looking forward to this all year, and here we are. So we're going to go out for a practice session. We've only got 10 minutes, but that's more than enough time to see what grip's out here and just to give you a little tour of the track. So we're going to start our lap now, and it was one of the strictest sessions I've ever done. When you go for a briefing and you watch a video and then they explain the video to you straight after and basically just repeat it, you know you're in for a bad time. It's going to be warnings, black flags everywhere, and I wasn't wrong. That was exactly the case. But how it consists of this final is there's a heat 1, a heat 2, and then the top 20 point scorers will go into a final A. So into the A final, and first place was 50 points, second place was 45 points, third place was 40 points. The rest of the points I don't know, because quite frankly I didn't care. Podium and podium only is what we was going for. We're also joined with some BTCC drivers and some BSB riders. Obviously Euro sponsored. They come in on the fun, and it is a good day, a brilliant day. So that's the end of the practice session. So we'll jump straight into our first heat. So heat 1, and this is where it counts. You can see we're quite far back. Random grid. Well, I say random, but if you look, we're all wearing coloured bibs. So orange team at the back, purple in front of them. I'm part of the blue team in the middle, pink in front, and then yellow in front of them. And so each team had a BTC driver or a BSB rider as their team captain. 4 people from each team go into different heats, and so we was one of the 4 in this heat to get the job done. But it's green flag and away we go. We have got a lot of work to do to get to the front. Like I said, podium is the only thing we want here on each heat, each race. So our teammate touch in there, big pile up here, we get involved and we want to get out of that as soon as possible. Exactly what we do. But the front train is already gone, and we're battling in this little train here. So as we have a little look on the inside of car number 8, doesn't give it up. Fair enough, he is on the faster line, closes the door on us, and we didn't want to battle. It is only the opening lap as we have a kart spin there. So pick your fights wisely and just know when to fight. And so we're just going to follow car 8, and we're in a nice rhythm already. So we're going to sit behind him, gaining a bit of slipstream. We're starting to close the door. As he comes off the throttle, we have to swerve out of the way. It's actually a yellow light, so I just didn't see it. I was so locked on to kart number 8 in front. So back to full racing conditions, and coming up to this chicane, kart 8 just goes too deep into the first. He's going to compromise his exit for the second part, and that's exactly what happened. Now coming into this hairpin, he spins. So too harsh on the brakes there. A free position for us. But now we've got a lot of work to do. As you can see, we've got one car in front of us, and then just see people into the distance. So we're going to try and get this right. This is the time now when we need to be attacking and not being relaxed. We can't afford to be relaxed. There's such a big gap in front. And so we lock on to the car in front, who's not on our team. If it's a blue high-vis, we'll be more compassionate. If it's not, then I just want you out of my way. I'm sitting in a slipstream of car number 2, thinking about the inside, decide not, wait for them to move over so we can go round the outside. Easily done, quite heavy on the brakes into the hairpin, get quite a good exit. And now we've got a hell of a job to do. But we're going to get that job done. We're leading the train, they're all expecting me to do it, and I am up for the task. So they're quite a bit away, but if I don't get the job done, someone behind me is going to show me how it's done. They're going to get past and they're going to pull the rest of us up in front. I don't want that to happen. So a few laps later, and we've caught up, and we can see nothing's really changing with this group. It's all dictated by the person up front. He controls the pace, and so if we just pick them off one by one, we can work our way through to the front and get exactly what we need to do done. So kart number 3 have a look on the inside, try and outbrake him, which we do quite easily. And now as we can see, our teammate going through there, but a yellow flag, which stops any racing. So we keep our distance. We just wait for the green light to come back. So now back to full racing conditions. And yeah, go and get the job done that we set out to do. So one at a time. And we get kart 19 on the inside. Caught us napping, to be fair. Didn't even see him there. And he's got the inside line. He's going to have the advantage. We decide to back out. And as we go through this left-hander, he tells us, look, let's think about it. Let's go and catch him in front. And I fully agree. I back that idea. Whatever it takes to get up there. So he's now going to look to the inside. Bumps his teammate. Sends our teammate off. And he's just lost 3 positions from that. And now dives down the inside of his own teammate, gets that move done, but now it's our turn. And this is Aidan Muffet, a BTC driver for LKQ and ECP. It's not going to be easy, but we're here to win and to win only, and it doesn't matter who you are. That's exactly what we're here for. So I'm going to sit behind him into the chicane. We're going to try and get a better exit coming out of here. See if we can dive down the inside well too far back to get that done. As Kart 17 up there just pushing his way through everyone. Aidan and 17 side by side allows us to slip through and get it done quite easily. So that worked out in our favour. We'll take them all day long. But now we've got our work cut out, as we can't even see the front runners anymore. We're going to get our head down and get it done. Like I said, we're here for a win. Every race is going to be a win. So skip forward. Kart 17 actually gets back past us. It's now battling with kart number 5 in front. As kart 5 goes defensive, locks up the rear, slides slightly out of control. Me and kart 19 try to get down the inside of him. And this is another BTC driver, Josh Cook. And I don't think he's going to make my life easy. As much as these guys were really nice people and I enjoyed meeting them, they are competitive. But so is everyone else here. I'm going to have a little look on the inside. We've got the inside for this left-hander. And we completely messed that up, compromising our exit. We're going to be straight under attack as Aidan comes back through. Josh right behind him. And now we're in a BTC sandwich. And I want to get out of it. I don't like being here. I know that Aidan looks back quite a lot. So we're going to stay on the inside. And as soon as he confirms we're on the inside and goes defensive, we're going to switch to the right. So he doesn't see us move over. Get the switch back done. Just carrying so much more speed going into turn 1, and we are in front. So we're currently in P4, and now we need to get a move on as the time's running out in this session. These races don't last forever. I know they feel like it, trust me. Time stands still. We've got such a task ahead of us, and we really need to start putting our foot down, really getting on the attack to the people in front. 4th is not good enough, so we've got 3rd place in front of us. And we're just going to see what we can do. From here, we're starting to size up. And as you can see, hesitant entry, a weird exit. I'm going to capitalise on that. I don't know if they see me come in. Maybe the pressure's getting to them. I'm not sure, nor do I care. We are now up into P3. Can just about see P1 and P2 up in front. They are like a stone throw away. The real question is now, the battle against time. Will we win that battle? We are coming to the closing laps, but don't let that affect me. No way. Anything can happen, but final lap, final corner, and it just wasn't enough. The checkered flag, P3, not too bad seeing as how far back we came from. We was in the middle of the pack, and so we'll take that for now as we move on to Heat 2 with 40 points in the bag. So we're jumping straight into Heat 2. This video is quite a long video, and so we will just get on with it. So behind kart number 12, and I feel like he just got a bit late on the throttle at that start, so he's being over cautious through that chicane, and at this level, that's not how you want to be driving. He's just been swallowed up there. Everyone's hungry. Everyone wants to win. Everyone here is competitive. 2,500 people entered this competition. This is the top 50. This is the best of the best. So no one's going to make it easy, but you've got to remember, racing is exactly like chess. That's exactly how I view it. And you have multiple games of chess, and the real art of it is knowing when to concentrate on what board, at what time, when to attack, when to defend, when to keep calm, move some pieces around, maybe get the opponent to make a mistake, force them into a move that allows them to be open. We can go on forever explaining how it correlates across, but as a quick example, I can explain to you that doing a dive bomb on someone, leaving yourself open, is almost like putting your king at risk. It's almost like just moving all the pieces out of the way and letting your king go under attack. And it's not something you want to do. It's not an ideal strategy. Not in any chess I've played, not in any racing I've done. It just doesn't work like that. So back to the race. I'll go back to explaining it in racing terms more than in chess terms. We're now in P4, and this is a good place to be. We're still early on in the race, not really a lot going on. We haven't got much pressure from behind. So if we watch Aiden, as he looks twice, and that's what I noticed he does a lot. He looks twice out of every corner, after a corner. There it is. So he's confirmed it. He's 4 times his look. We're going to have a little look on the inside, try and go side by side. Doesn't really work, and as we slot him behind him, he says he's going to let us go. I'd already dedicated, needed to be 100% committed to every move you do. So we go down the inside, Aiden goes for a switchback, we carry just a little bit more speed, get a better exit, and we've got the inside for this right-hander. Up into P3, and this is a brilliant position to be in. We have got loads of time, and now we're just going to start applying the pressure to P2. I want him to know I'm here. I want him to make it very clear he knows what's coming. So cart number 2, little bit of a moment coming out there. We get alongside him, down the inside into turn 1. Quite a straightforward move. That's all it takes. Almost trying to come back on the attack. Little slide there, and now he's going to be under attack by Aiden there, which buys us some time. They're both off the racing line. So we can just look forward. Look forward. And we've got a massive gap to P1. Doesn't mean I'm going to be giving up just because he's so far away. We're going to get our head down. We're going to keep moving these pieces. And we're just going to be driving flat out every lap. Closing that gap down. And the key thing here is consistency. Consistency is so powerful. People always tell me their lap times. I've got this lap time. Yeah, but was you doing that every lap? Or did you get a one-off good lap? It means nothing to me. So anyway, we've got the job done. Well, half the job done. We've caught up to P1. And now we just need to size him up. Let him know we're here. Apply some pressure. And that's normally my first go-to. We know we're quicker because we've caught up. So we obviously know we're quicker. So now we need to figure out where he's slower, where he's struggling, what corners he struggles on the most, where we can capitalise off that. We've got all of these things going on. So this is what we're doing, just sitting behind him, just spectate, just no rush. But we don't want to take too long. We don't want to hesitate because everyone else is doing that behind us. And we really need to start applying pressure. Applying pressure is our first move we go to when it comes to attacking. It's our number 1 move to go to. Apply the pressure, see how they handle the pressure. Do they start crumbling? Do they fall apart? What makes them fall apart? How do they fall apart? And then everything you learn from that, everything you learn where they're going wrong, you can do right. And then you know exactly what you need to get done. And so in the slipstream didn't seem so powerful here as it did Sandown Park, but confident in the braking there. I'm going to have a little look to the outside. Closes that door. We've had to come off the throttle, which leaves us under attack from our teammate in cart number 9. But this is another play we can use, and so we've actually lost time just from that little move. You can see the gap to first place, how much that's cost us. But like I said, we can use that to our advantage. He's quick, he's catching first place, and when they start battling, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We give our teammate a little bump there just to help him along. When he catches him, they'll be side by side and they'll be losing so much time that we can just gain on that. But we don't want to be too close that if something happens, we end up getting tied up into it. And as you can see now, skipping forward a few laps, you can see the battling has started and we're at the perfect gap, I'd say. If anything, we may be slightly too close coming into this hairpin, so we're just back off a little bit. As he moves to the inside, our teammate's on the outside, and there's contact, they're bumping. Oh, he locks up the rears, spins out, and we have now got a good exit. And so we was at a good gap, but we just wasn't close enough to that. We thought we was at the right distance, wasn't enough. So now we're down the inside, we're going side by side with our teammate. And as we're going into this hairpin, go for a switchback, and we just messed that up. Too delayed on the steering, compromises our speed coming out the exit. And we're still in P2, but we've got time. We can try and get the job done, hopefully. We are close enough. We're going to start getting on the attack as we think about going down the inside here and back out of that. We want to live to fight another day. And this is another chessboard we've now had to open up against this guy. We've closed it to the leader. That game's done. We won that. But now another chessboard's open. Leave ourselves open to attack. And we're starting to run out of time. These games of chess are not over in seconds. So we really need to get our head down. As kart 1 is he's going to be on the hunt for P1 as we just mess that exit up going down the straight. We're going to have to move to the middle of the track, go defensive, and another chessboard opens up. We're playing 3 games of chess now as he looks to go round the outside. We're just going to get this one done. So we go for a switchback, quite easily done, carrying more speed, checkmate. So as we turn our attention back to P1 and P2, you can see they created quite a bit of a gap. But that's the cost of battling. We got caught napping and we skip forward. You can see we're now back behind kart 1. We're just applying pressure. Again, just seeing how he reacts, how he crumbles as he just goes defensive. He's all out of shape. Poor exit there. Managed to get alongside with him, setting up for the switchback. He gets quite a good exit. We get alongside, decide let's not do that. Get back behind him. I know he can feel the pressure. He's all over the place. Kart's just sliding underneath him and going into this hairpin. Just goes a little bit wide. We get the better line, but he gets the better exit. Come to this right-hander. We just tuck up on the inside, carrying more speed, and that's job done. But we've still got P1 in the distance. Not a lot of time left. And we are losing here. We do really need to try and catch up. This is the final lap. So we kind of need a miracle to happen to get this win, which I can't imagine happening. So coming into this left-hander, we sort of realised it's done. But we'll take P2 and across the line with a little drift. Woo! P2, total 85 points, which ties us second in the Drivers' Championship. And we are definitely through to the final. Final A is what we was aiming for, and Final A is what we got. This is what we've been fighting for. So let's jump straight into it. Final A, and we are 6th on the grid. We was the 6th fastest person here. It was in fastest lap order. As the light goes green, and we're going to be straight on the attack. As a teammate gets past kart 1. Kart 1 sticking his nose back in, a bit hesitant there. Decides to go on the outside of him into this hairpin. We tuck him behind our teammate, block that off, stop him getting that done. And this guy was the guy from the last heat who crumbled under pressure. We know that, and so we're not too worried about him. We're going to keep our eyes forward with our teammate in front and our other teammate in second place, currently fighting for first. And he gets that move done, which is what we wanted to see. So our team's first, fourth, and with ourselves in fifth, we're scoring good points here. So coming into this corner, we just want to keep it clean. We want to catch the train in front. We want to latch onto the back of our teammate and see if we can just make our way through. But as we see our teammates going side by side for the first and gets spun out by second place, gets pushed off the track. And that puts us up to a P4, which obviously brings out the yellow flag. Now our teammate having a bit of a moment there. We have a look on the inside. Going into this right-hander, can we get it done? No, we can't. Try and go for a shorter line. Doesn't really work for us. And our teammate holds his position. P3 for now. But we are not giving up. As we can see, P1 just running off into the distance. So I don't want to waste no time letting him get away. The more you battle, the more time you waste. It's not worth it. So we need to try and get through these people as efficiently as possible. Currently P4, and we have closed the gap right up. We're right on our teammate here. Thinking about going on the inside, we didn't, and I'm glad we didn't, as he did. It compromises his exit. And as we go around the outside, just look on the board there, and you can see car 119 black flagged for that incident, spinning our teammate out. So we are now in P2, as car 119 is the car up in front. So he's going to have to come into the pit lane and serve his penalty. So this is P2. And it's still early on in the race. We've got loads of time. And as we said earlier, our first move, applying pressure. And let's see if we can get this guy to crumble and get past him. We know everyone else is going to be coming for this position. No one's just going to give up just because they're at the back. So we're sitting behind him, just constantly applying pressure, trying to figure out of a way to get past. And I'll be honest, I couldn't really figure it out. I know I was quicker than him because I felt like he was braking earlier, accelerating a bit later, but I just couldn't carry enough speed to get past. And so as he makes a mistake here, absolutely holds us up, we lose all our speed and we have to go straight defensive. Get a little tap from behind, as now everyone's going to be wanting to come through. Managed to hold on to it though, luckily. Wasn't too bad. And as you see, Kart 119 coming into the pit lanes to serve his penalty. So this is definitely P2. But everyone's going to be coming, and if we just waste too much time, we're just going to get overtaken by everyone. We need to get past him, and if we can get past him, we can use him to defend against other people trying to come through. We can slow this guy down, push him into other people, make other people battle so that they're wasting time, and we can just run off into the sunset with our hand on the trophy straight into our car, and we'll be 180 miles an hour all the way home. But we still need to get this move done. So sitting behind him, sorry. And we're struggling. We are really struggling. We couldn't figure out a way to get past. We don't know what to do. Don't really want to smash my way through. It's just not my style. And everyone else behind is probably getting frustrated. Probably trying to understand why this train's going so slow. I would love to drive faster. I really could. I just couldn't get past. And as we try another line, see if we can carry more speed. It was an absolutely terrible line to take. And Kart 7 comes through. And I'm not surprised, as he says, come on, let's go. And I don't blame him. He's probably been patient enough and just got fed up and thought, nah, that's it, I'm getting it done. So we're going to see if we can get involved and if we can slip through behind him. Same as the last heat. So as he looks for a move, he goes down the inside, gets that move done, little bit of contact. Kart 21 just starts complaining. I think it was a fair move, didn't push him off the track, and we go down the inside, try to get switched back. Steering gets snatched out of our hand there, compromising our exit. We lose the speed as he dives back down the inside, and we're back into P3. And this is not going well. Decide not to go down the inside, thought better of it. This is the final lap. It's now or never. We need to do something. He's shaking his head. It doesn't matter. It's too late. It's done now. Trying to get a better exit. See if we can move to the inside. Blocks that off. Go back onto the racing line. Try to tuck in. Try and get a faster line through here. Closes the door again. Doesn't allow us to get through. And too right. He didn't have to. So we sit in the slipstream and we need to get this left-hander perfect to get him down the straight. So on the power, nice and early, in the slipstream, try not to break it. Now starting to move to the inside. We're going to take the inside and try and get this done as there's contact. Just closes the door on us. We lose a position because of that. We come off the racing line. If we watch that again, we're turning in side by side. It gives us a tap. We have to counter steer, otherwise we're going onto the grass, which just inevitably spins him out, being pit maneuvered. Which, I mean, I was going for a gap, was there, left the gap open, decided to close it when I was already there. I accept no responsibility for that, none whatsoever. And we are devastated right now of just what's happened. It's not how I like to race, and we end up losing another position. And across the line, P4. Not the way I wanted any of this to end. I'm always self-accountable for situations like that. Always blame myself first. But in this instance, I accept no responsibility. Race director thought otherwise, and I was disqualified. A big thank you to LKQ Euro Car Parts for hosting this event. I look forward to it every year, and I can't wait for the next one. See you soon.